Today's lesson is on two-way tables. First, we'll go to vocabulary in our first example. A two-way table displays two categories of data collected from the same source. You randomly survey students in your school about their grades on the last test and whether they studied for the test. The two-way table shows your results. Each entry in the table is called a joint frequency. So you can see at the top that we have our students and either they studied or they did not study. And then on the side you see we have our grades, either they passed or they failed. So for our first example, we're reading a two-way table. How many of the students in the survey above studied for the test and passed? So we're going to look at our two-way table. In our two-way table, you see here is studied, and then on the side we have passed. So you want to see where this comes together, and that would be 21. So 21 of the students in the survey studied for the test and passed. You can see that here if we have passed and did not study, that would be 2. And you can see failed and studied would be 1, and failed and did not study was 6. The sums of the rows and columns in a two-way table are called marginal frequencies. For our second example, we're finding marginal frequencies. Find and interpret the marginal frequencies for the survey above. Create a new column and a new row for the sums. Then add the entries. So we have the same table that we had in the first example. But now what we're going to do is we're going to add up our columns and our rows. So for passed, we had 21 students that studied and 2 students that did not study. So we have a total of 23 students that passed. For failed, we have 1 student that studied and 6 students that did not study, for a total of 7 students that failed. And then now we need to add up our columns. So for studied, we had 21 that passed, 1 that failed, so a total of 22 students that studied. And then for did not study, we have 2 that passed, 6 that failed, for a total of 8 students that did not study. We can then add up our column, and we see that we get 30, so 23 plus 7 is 30. If we add up our row, 22 plus 8, we also will get 30. So 30 students were surveyed. Now we have an additional example for numbers 1 and 2. You can either pause the video and try it on your own, or you may follow along. You randomly survey students in a cafeteria about their plans for a football game and a school dance. The two-way table shows your results. A. How many students will attend the dance, but not the football game? So for A, if you look at attend dance, we see that 35 will attend the dance and they will attend the football game. And you see for attending the dance and not attending the football game that we have 5. We want to know how many students will attend the dance but not the football game, so that would be 5. So for A, we have 5 students. Now for B, find and interpret the marginal frequencies for the survey. So we first need to draw this table. So at the top we had football, game, and then we had attend and not attend, and then we had a 5 and a 20. And then under the attend, we have 35 and 16. And this here was dance. And then we have attend and not attend. So now we need to extend and add up our totals. So we can add 35 plus 16 to get our total for attending the football game. And 35 plus 16 is 51. For not attend, we can add 5 plus 20, and we get 25. Now for attending the dance, we'd have 35 plus 5, and that is 40. And then we'd have 16 and 20 for not attending the dance. And 16 plus 20 is 36. If we add up our total here, so 40 plus 36, we're going to get 76. You can also see that if we add up our total for our row, 51 plus 25 is also 76. So we can see 40 attended the dance, 36 did not attend the dance, 51 attended the football game, 25 did not attend the football game, and there were a total of 76 students in this survey. Don't forget to fill out your notes, and remember to watch the video again if needed.